Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to go over the virtual writing conference, what to expect, your planning, and my expectations from you. If you look at the course calendar, you will notice I have information on the virtual writing conference. The official date is going to be May 13th. It's going to be on WebEx, so you should have downloaded WebEx. If you haven't done so, do so, because this is going to be instrumental to during our conference. You are going to be joining me. I'll be waiting for you, and I'm going to walk you through the process. So the virtual writing conference, which is on May 13th, is a date I've chosen to clear my schedule. I'm going to try to meet with many of you who are enrolled in this class, if not all of you. How's that going to work? It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to try my best. That's why you are all going to work with what I have here. So to begin, you need to go into the Assignments and Projects tab. Then you will click on Final Projects and Activities, the Final Project Conference Information. You will see a video here which I'll upload. You can watch it. But what you need to check first and foremost is the protocols. So make sure you read this heading. In a nutshell, is basically what I'm expecting from you when you join me for the conference. I expect you to be prepared, be willing to talk to me about your research proposal and your part 1 of the assignment. That's something you probably should have already submitted, and you should be at least working on your final draft. That should be on your mind. So if you've submitted your first draft, then your next attention will be your final draft. You should have questions. If you come to this conference thinking that you're going to talk to me about week 1, week 2, week 3, or something that we did earlier in the semester, I'm going to remind you that that's not the purpose of this. You're going to have to schedule another meeting with me. And even if you want to schedule that meeting with me, I have to agree if that's necessary. Because the final virtual conference is not about talking about something that began early in the semester, but we're talking about the finals. We are talking about your final project. That's the purpose of this activity, which is graded. That said, the expectations after the conference, you can send me an email. It's optional. You don't have to, but you will understand. My purpose of this is to make sure that we have a dialogue, a conversation, a real conversation. Okay? So the protocols is outlined here, and you can find it right under the Final Project Conference Information folder. The next thing to do is to make sure that you have signed up for a conference with me. There are slots. I'm hoping to see everyone. It's going to be competitive, and I would know if I need to add more times. That's why it's a first come first served basis. If for some reason or the other you are not able to see me due to one issue or the other, but I'm trying to spread myself a bit thin over the just May 13th, just to make sure I am able to see as many of you as possible. If not, you can take your paper to a tutor, and you will be given the same points that other students will meet with me. It's just that when you see a tutor, you are going to have to let me know that you saw a tutor. You will write a two-paragraph report via email. You will also copy that writing tutor at Harper College, detailing what you discussed with the tutor and probably learned during the session, or what you did, or you can have the tutor reach out to me directly. In other words, there must be a report. Either way, don't just copy the tutor and say, hey, you saw the tutor, because I'm not going to give you the full points. I want you to tell me what you learned from the session and how it went. Okay? So that's if none of these time slots work for you. And if none of these time slots work for you, I would assume that either you waited to the last minute, or perhaps you were busy doing something else. But notwithstanding, if you're able to see a tutor, you can get the full points, provided you also meet the specification, which is to write a 2-paragraph report on how the session went. So that's that. Remember, it's going to be on WebEx. Another important point I want to note is that I expect you to use the video feature of your camera. If you're Gen Z, and many of you are, you're probably posting videos on TikTok or on social media, on Snapchat. So this is not a problem for you. The reason why I said it's important to have your camera on, because we're mimicking a real-life conversation. If this were a face-to-face class setting, you would sit down and I would sit down and we would have a one-on-one conversation. You won't hide your face behind me when I'm talking to you directly. So in this situation, I expect that you put on your cameras. If there are extreme reasons why you cannot have your video camera on, you should let me know in advance. But know that the purpose of this conference is to imitate a real discussion. Why do I keep emphasizing this point? If you are having a conversation with somebody and they turn their heads away, or even if you don't even know that they turn their heads away, you want to be assured that you have their undivided attention. So me getting to see you and you getting to see me is a way for me to understand that we are communicating, and that I'm not, for instance, eating or watching TV while having this conversation. Notwithstanding, you are to let me know if you have concerns. That's why you should prepare for this. I expect that you have your undivided attention when you conference. You are not doing something else, and the only way for me to know that is if I can see you. Okay, so that concludes my review of the project conference. Sign up. So I'm going to exit out of this. The next thing you want to be aware is the virtual writing conference, the date that you're supposed to conference with me. So you will click on this link over here or right here, and you will be taken to a WebEx room. I will be waiting for you. So remember, once you sign up, you're going to click on this link after you, and you must remember the date and time that you've selected, which is May 13th. So the time would vary. So let's go back here. So if it's time for you, let's say you're meeting with me at 10:45, then you should click on this link at 10:45 or close to 10:45, and I'll be waiting for you because I will be monitoring this list. So one important point is that if you don't sign up by the 10th, I'm going to close this link. I'm going to make it so right now everybody can edit, but after May 10th I'm going to switch it off so that nobody can edit, and then you will likely fall under this category. And even if there are time spots, yeah, I would do the same because you waited to the last minute. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of this. So once you do that, you will be all good to go, and we can discuss about your paper. We can talk about feedback in this class and any points related to your final project. Again, it's not going to be about something you did in week 1 or week 2. That concludes my review of your virtual writing conference with me. Bye for now.